This hair color is really ugly. You know what isn't ugly? Rose freaking gold. Minor hair transformation, major hair results. We're back again! Man, I enjoy doing these videos. In my last video, I went from super dark hair to a beautiful, lighter, vibrant copper. One of the greatest transformations ever. One of the things that I told you in that video, my best advice is always to work with it, do not work against it. For me, when I worked with what the hair gave me, I was left with a pretty basic copper. I was also left with green, a ton of it, and I hated that, but I did not want to bleach it, so I was like, let's just color correct it using our knowledge of color theory. That has since faded out to this exact color, also known as rose gold. The rest of my color is looking kind of dull. It is looking okay. It is copper, but it is one of the more boring shades of copper. And one of the things that I need you guys to understand is just because you have one base of hair color does not mean that that represents all the bases. As one could say that my hair is nothing but a really dull orange, that orange could actually be shifted to a myriad of beautiful, spectacular, and completely unique lettering colors. If your hairdresser tells you that your only option today is a coppery color, don't be disappointed. Tell them whip out your color wheel and let's pick the most beautiful version of that copper color because we can achieve it. And if you're doing your own hair at home, grab yourself one of these babies because we're about to put it to work. This device is the Color Wheel by Color Mundo. Incredible for many, many design uses. If you want, I'm going to be linking it down below. We're also going to be using Pantones, which I do not recommend you get because they are considerably more expensive. I want to buy the like big plastic chip Pantone thing, but they cost 10 grand. I think this was 30. So I'll stick to this. I think my color of copper is actually so boring that's not even on the color wheel. It's kind of like that. So how do we do a very, very minor transformation? Because ultimately, you're not going to be seeing a massive transformation from before and after. You're just going to say that something's different and better. You start by first taking your before photo, if you're a hairdresser, or if you're doing it at home. If you're a YouTuber like me, also essential. When preparing for your before photo, you're going to grab your rose gold hairbrush because ultimately you're going to be around yourself with all things that are rose gold so that you don't forget what your main focus is. It's the Angelica paddle brush that I decided to decorate. It is very cute and it matches my nails. So how do we go about it? You put on a rose gold dye, right? Wrong. There's no such thing. Doesn't exist. Most of the time, most brands, semi-permanent, demi-permanent, or full permanent are not going to carry a line of colors called rose gold. Now here's why. Rose gold as a color is actually very difficult to pinpoint because obviously we can say that it has features of gold, but what is gold is kind of just yellow. And so really and truly gold gets its name from the metallic sheen that it emits, similar to how silver is not really silver, it's just shiny gray. So then we can say, okay, well then it might be pink, but if we look at it, it doesn't really give off pink, does it? So is it skin tone but shiny? Best way that I, as a hairstylist, would describe rose gold is a subtle copper that shifts onto pinks. If you look up rose gold on Pinterest, it will give you a very, very, very varied and vast collection of pinks, peaches, blushes, even purples, and very, very muted tones. And to this day, I think rose gold remains one of the most tricky colors to interpret. But Stella, what dye do I need if there's so many different options to get rose gold hair? Permanent, demi-permanent, semi-permanent. What's the difference? Permanent color is a line of color by any brand that you would mix with the required developer, let it sit for 40 minutes, and it would give you the most long-lasting hair color. It penetrates the deepest into the hair and has the highest chance of lasting you the longest. If you get it wrong, which can be the thing for rose golds, it can be difficult to change. Out of the three options, it is the most damaging. So what the hell is demi-permanent? It's the little sister between permanent and semi-permanent. It still requires an activator developer, but usually this is extremely low volume. We're talking 1.9% as opposed to the normal 6%, 12%. It is usually applied on wet hair, left on for 20 minutes, and it gives an extremely soft result. It still penetrates the hair and it fades rather quickly. Final option, semi-permanent hair dye, also known as direct dyes. This does not require any activator or developers. It can be applied straight onto the hair. It's actually beneficial for the hair because it is very simply dye added or pigment added to a conditioning hair mask. It's really easy to shift if you get it wrong by just simply applying a slightly different version of semi-permanent dye on top of what you have. It fades fairly quickly and it can leave patchy results because it does not penetrate the hair. It is simply lying on top of it like a stain. I'm going to take into consideration my lifestyle and what I'm looking to achieve out of this hair color. Do I want this hair color to last me a long time? No. Do I want to use developers or activators that can even mildly affect the integrity or the bond structure of my hair? No. Do I want to condition my hair whilst I'm doing such a color change? Yes. Am I okay with the color potentially coming out brighter, patchier, or with slight banding because of the nature of the product that we are using? Also yes. So today I'm going to be using semi-permanent to get a rose gold hair color. Let's get into it. The first thing I need is actually the two colors that kind of make up rose gold, which is orange and pink. I have this dye here by insert name here called Ruby Red. So and I'm going to be mixing with Ginger Flare by Arctic Fox, which is kind of a similar level orange to what I have. I'm fairly sure I just mixed up a slightly brighter version of the exact hair color that I have. Big dollop of pink. We're getting there though, right? A hair mask. This is Cocoa and Eve Like a Virgin. Like that much of it. Oh, look how pretty. I need to make this dye slightly more pink so that when it interacts with the orange already in my hair, especially in this area, pink in the dye will then interact with that to create a perfect concoction between orange and pink to create, hopefully, I'm going to demonstrate one of the reasons I will not be releasing any of my dyes under my name in a tub. It is because they are difficult to get out. And I'm going to pull out, I have no idea how much, like that much, an equal amount of copper in. That looks beautiful. That looks exactly like my favorite strawberry ice cream. That's quite close if you ask me. I'm seeing a problem. I have a feeling that if I were to put this existing dye directly onto my hair, it is still going to turn out way too copper, and I think I need to cancel out some of it. So I might regret this. I'm putting in a droplet of Purple Rain. I'm just gonna do it. I think that works. But to break it down, the products you will need to create this very custom concoction of dye that I don't know that it works is a white-ish based conditioner or mask, a copper color, especially if your hair currently isn't copper, a red color or pink or berry, and if your hair is too copper like mine, counteract with Purple Rain by Arctic Fox or any deep purple color. Jeez me. Let's dye our hair. I know I have a rose gold brush, but this was only for reference and finishing perspectives. I actually need to change it out for my dye brush. Look how ugly this color was. Look how much better it's suiting me. My skin tone was not made for coppers and oranges, but it was made for pinks and reds and rose gold apparently. now we wait for as long as we want because this is a conditioner. It can stay on our hair for as long as it wants. Realistically, my hair is essentially getting a spa day, but my mental state is also getting a spa day because I know I am fixing my hair color. I don't remember where these even came from. Continue. What did I do that I was so stressed about for blue? And pink. This is one of my favorite books to have. It's a great book. It shows me a history of hair colors. Okay. As we are waiting for this to process on my hair and watch it get considerably redder, I want to try a whole collection of weird things. And one of the things that I want to do is kind of satisfy you. When I was asking you last time what other wig colors would you like to see from my collection, disappointingly, you guys wanted purple. Well, here's the kicker. I kind of don't want purple, right? It doesn't do much for me. So we're gonna compromise, right? We're gonna use an extremely purple dye, like could not get more definition of purple. Apply it on an entirely red base. This is Ruby Red from my collection. I bleached her knots yesterday, so she's going to get a makeover because I want to see if we can get somewhere in the middle, something that I like and something that you like. Great, super. Oh, I could not get more purple.
Phyllis, if you could switch to a different soap just for a month or two, yours is kind of perfumey.
Now this is getting ridiculous.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I guess I missed the meeting. Watching people get sick always makes me sick. And frankly, so does talking about it. So, wow.
When Mary was denied a room at the inn, Jesus was born. When Michael was denied a room at the inn, we don't know what happens because that story hasn't been told yet.
That's not appropriate.
I'm cool, Dwight.
person in the beginning of the video is also this person. Hard fact for me to wrap my head around. But she is here and she's rose gold. Tell me this isn't one of the nicest, most elegant hair colors you've ever seen. Tell it to me with conviction. I am once again here to be your 25-year-old politician with her politician hair color. Hairstyle, not hair color. Imagine if people went around with this color. Because hear me out, right? It is not in your face. It is extremely subtle, right? Like you can't look at it and be like, oh my God, I am shocked. But it is technically featuring pink. Here's the transformation, probably one of my favorite favorite transformations just because we did not do anything crazy today, right? We kept it super subtle. It's not like, oh my god, unrecognizable, but we very gently just tweaked something that we had, worked with it, but still using our creativity. Disclaimer, this hair color will fade very quickly because of the nature of the product that we used and how fine and gentle the tonality of the color is. It is going to fade. That is a no-brainer. I'm letting you guys know from right now. But if you have an event and you want to have semi-brighter hair for a weekend or your wedding or anything of the sort, this is such a beautiful thing, especially if your base is already copper. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I put rose gold everywhere, right? Like, give me a sec. Everywhere, right? Like this isn't gold, it's rose gold. See here, same bloody thing, right? Like the whole thing is just rose gold. Clearly, I fucking love this metallic color. Thank you. All of the products that I used are going to be linked down in the description box below. However, for the most part, you are going to have to custom create the look because I guarantee even if your hair is copper, it's probably not the same shade of copper. And if your hair isn't copper, you're gonna have to be a bit creative with it. But I've taught you enough things to understand how to do it. If you haven't, watch any of my previous videos. I promise you I'm nice even. If you're looking for a beautiful brush to match your brand new hair color, I'm going to be linking the Angelica brush below. This is extra, it does not come with the brush, but I like to customize mine, especially because it's got a removable logo. She also comes in white. This one's a bit beat up because I use her a lot. And in black, but despite owning an entire warehouse of brushes, I misplaced her. New colors are coming very, very soon on this channel. And as always, thank you so much for the support that you showed towards my brand. Not only this channel, but Stellari here as a whole. You guys have been shopping both the brushes and the wigs non-stop. We're almost sold out of pretty much all the colors, and I have new ones launching this month. So if you haven't managed to grab one or more of the colors, don't worry, there's gonna be some more ones coming very soon. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, join the Stellar fam. Let's learn a thing or two together. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a go, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, babies. I love you. Oh yeah. The wig. Whatever happened to that? I'll show you what happened. Here's how it's looking. She's cute, no? Much more of a subdued color than I thought it would have. In fact, it's very much still that very nice, like red berry color, but now it's like burgundy. I don't know. I think she's sophisticated. So it needs to be brushed out. That's why it looks horrible. Look at that color. Do we like her? Or is she too boring? Let me know.